Prosecutor David Kahn promised a different approach to the case.
One thing that we have asked the judge to do is to limit the so-called abuse excuse, to limit evidence that has nothing to do with this case.
And so all the rulings from the first trial changed in the state's favor. There were various instructional issues. There was expert testimony that wasn't permitted in the second trial. The sexual abuse evidence that had been admitted at the first trial for the defense was no longer admissible.
The judge has ruled that he will not allow the brothers to call all of their family and friends as witnesses, curtailing the defense's case.
And in fact, what they didn't allow the jury to hear made it worse because the defense evidence that was presented was so trivial. So we don't hear that Lyle, when he was 8 years old, told Diane that his father was touching his penis. We don't hear that Lyle, when he was 12 or 13, wrote an essay about a father put on death row for molesting his child. What we do hear is that his father didn't put a Band-Aid on his knee. The prosecutor was able to stand up in closing and say, "You've heard no evidence of sexual abuse." And the prosecutor was right, but only because he had excluded the evidence.
It stopped for you with your dad when you were 8. When you were about 13, did you think that it might be happening to someone else?
Yes.
And who did you think it was happening to?
Erik.
And did you do something about it?
Yes.
What did you do?
I talked to my dad.
What did you say to your dad?
I told him that I knew what was going on with him and Erik, and I heard noises, and that I wanted him to leave Erik alone.
And what did he say to you?
He told me that Erik was that Erik made things up sometimes, but that it would stop, and that we should keep it just between us, or he'd kill me.
Did you ever tell anybody what you thought was going on?
No, I told him I would never tell anybody. I just wanted to stop.
Did he tell you it would stop?
He did.